Hello everyone, I know it's been a really long time since I've made a video, but I wanted to get on here because I will start doing like a new series, if you want to call it that. I am pregnant, so I wanted to start doing the like updates. Like I figure I'll do one every 4 weeks so it's not too much, but then like a separate one for like a gender reveal and all that kind of good stuff. Like if I get a bunch of stuff, we can do like a haul, stuff like that. So yeah, I am 8 weeks and 1 day today, so I figured I'd do 4 to 8 weeks today, and then my next one would be 12 weeks. First, I guess we'll start from what I first noticed to what I'm feeling now. What made me take my pregnancy test in the first place, because I wasn't supposed to get my period for a week at the point that I took my test. So, that's super early and people don't usually get a strong positive at that point, but I did. So, at the beginning, I was just really tired, just exhausted all the time. And, I was having weird cramps. They weren't like period cramps. They were more like gas cramps, if you know what I mean. And then my boobs were so sore, and I'm sorry if this is TMI, but like a lot of pregnancy stuff is TMI and there's a lot of weird things happening, so maybe just don't watch them if you don't want to hear about it. But yeah, my boobs were just so sore, like couldn't touch them. It hurt to lay on them because I lay on my stomach when I sleep. It hurt to lay on them. I was like, this is weird because I don't even get that when I have my period. So yeah, it was 7 days before I was supposed to get my period, and I took a clear blue line test, not the digital one, and it came up instantly, like right away, got the plus sign, so I was like, shit. And then the night, I was just not convinced that it was real, and so the next day I got first response, the pink ones with the pink dye. I got a pack of 2, and I took one the next day and then one the day after that, and they both instantly came back positive. So I was like, okay, sweet. So we told my mom and like really close family members. We didn't tell like aunts and uncles or anything. It was just like parents and grandparents and siblings. That's about all I had for like the first week, like week 4, that was it. And then I feel like immediately after that, like week 5 to week 7, I was extremely nauseous all day. I had food aversions like crazy. Nothing sounded good to me at all. I had to force myself to eat anything. It was a chore to eat, but my midwife said she didn't care what I ate as long as I wasn't losing weight. So, with being vegan, she was concerned that I wasn't gonna get enough protein, blah blah blah, which I'm doing fine with. But yeah, she said just eat something, try to include protein in it if you can. So I ended up eating peanut butter toast for weeks straight, and I ended up taking my toaster to work with me because that was literally all I could eat. So yeah, extreme food aversions, nausea, still exhausted, like could not make it through the day exhausted. I would have to sit back in my office and just like mentally rest for minutes, a couple of minutes at a time before I could get back to what I was doing. Oh, I was still getting the weird gas-like cramps. Didn't have any spotting or anything like that. A lot of people say that happens in the first couple weeks, but I never had any of that. Brain fog, I literally couldn't remember what I was talking about a second before it happened. Like, there were plenty of times where I was talking to people and I would completely just in mid-sentence forget my train of thought or forget what I was doing, forget what I walked in a room for. It was awful. It's still there. It's not as bad. I can't remember things for crap. It's getting really old, honestly. Didn't have any headaches or anything. I had back pain, lower back pain, which they say can happen. I definitely did from the start having, like, I had to start peeing more than usual. That was another thing that came with my food aversions. I really didn't want to drink anything, but it's super important that you stay hydrated, so I forced myself to drink things. It was mostly Gatorade. Water just sounded awful to me, which sucks, and it's so weird because I'm usually a fish. I drink water all day, every day, and that's usually all I drink, but now it's mostly been Gatorade, which I hate, but I'm doing what I can. I'm a little better now, but I was having extreme, like, attitude problems. Like, I was super moody, and it didn't take much to get me there. Like, the smallest thing would set me off, and then I was extremely grumpy and couldn't bite my tongue, and yeah. Oh, vivid dreams, awful nightmares. A lot of pregnant women have that, but I've always had just, like, questionable nightmares, but not every night. These are every night, sometimes a couple times a night, and, like, they're the kind that make you wake up and gasp and, like, wonder what's happening with life and where you are, and so they're awful. I think that's about it. When I did get hungry, I was craving Mexican, like, one week. I think it was, like, my 5th or 6th week. I had Mexican, like, 4 days in a row between, like, a burrito place around where I live and a Mexican restaurant around where I live. That's all I wanted. I, like, fantasized about it. And so that's all I wanted, pretty much. All of my cravings have been savory. I really don't crave anything sweet, which is also weird because I have a huge sweet tooth, like, huge, major. I've been into slushies lately, but nothing else really. Like, I have ice cream in the fridge that just sounds awful to me right now, so that I haven't touched it. But, like, I don't even know what salty things. I just crave, like, savory things, like, and it's so weird because I'm vegan, but I crave, like, meat. Like, I have these chicken patties that are vegan, obviously. I eat those a lot, and they have protein and they're soy free, so I don't feel too guilty eating them. Sorry, you guys are kind of crazy. But yeah, just stuff like that. Like, I crave vegetables, but the one time I threw up, it was after I ate broccoli, so I'm terrified to eat broccoli again. So yeah, what else? Okay, so I guess we can, oh, and another thing, I used to be, like, fruits all day, every day, bananas, oranges, grapes, apples, everything. I wanted them all day with every meal. And now, like, they just sound so not interesting to me. Like, I have no desire to eat them. I've been forcing myself to eat apples, mostly. I never have a problem with them, but, like, oranges and grapes and the usual pineapples, the usual stuff I like, no desire. So I'm just not forcing myself to do it. I'm just eating simple things. Like, for a while I was trying to follow, like, a brat diet, eating bread, apples, rice, that kind of stuff. And I'm doing fine. I've gained, like, 1 pound a week, so I'm up, like, 5 pounds, so it's not too bad, I guess. They want me to gain anywhere from 25 to 35, so we'll see. I definitely don't want to gain more than that. Once I do get my full energy back, I definitely want to start doing, like, they have online pregnancy workouts that you can do. So I definitely want to start getting super active again and making sure I'm not being excessive with my weight and stuff like that, just so it's just better for everyone involved. So what else? This week, my 8th week, it's so weird. I'm trying not to jinx it because it's amazing, but my, like, upset stomach has gone away. My boobs are still extremely sore. I'm still exhausted. I actually just woke up from a nap, like, an hour ago. It's almost 8 o'clock at night, so that says that. But my stomach problems have gone away, so I'm hoping maybe that was the end of that. If it comes back later, that's cool, but I'm just gonna embrace it while it's not here right now because it's amazing. Still have food aversions though. I'm not like ready to eat everything. A lot of things still don't sound good to me, so whatever. But yeah, I feel like my attitude has gone down. I'm super emotional still. Like I still like things don't make me cry easily, like movies and stuff on Facebook. Like I'm still super emotional, but my like anger, I would go from 0 to 100 in a second. So I feel like that has calmed down a lot, thank God. But yeah, we did have 3 ultrasounds so far. I had one 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and then now 8 weeks. Because with my 7th week, they found a hemorrhage around my uterus. I wasn't touching it or anything, which is good because it tends to be worse if it is. But they were concerned about that, so they wanted to keep an eye on it, but at this point it's pretty much disintegrated into nothing, so that's great. It's pretty much resolving itself on its own, so we're good there. I still feel like I'll still be nervous until we are out of the first trimester, just because I know things can go wrong, but trying to stay positive, taking my prenatals, just doing everything I can to get things moving down there. I'm not sure if things will change much for the 12 weeks, but now we don't get another ultrasound or find out the gender or anything until 20 weeks. So that's about 3 months away, which sucks, but it's okay. We'll hear the heartbeat, which I'm hoping to get to record some, take some footage or take some video, whatever, at my next appointment, so I can get a clip of the heartbeat so you guys can hear that, because I've seen a lot of videos where they do that and I think that's really sweet, and it's something I would want to keep for myself to look back on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If I forget anything else, I have a list but I can't see it because I'm on my phone right now. If I forget anything, I'll just put it below or something if it's important. But yep, I will, if I don't see you before, I will see you in 4 weeks for a 12-week update, and we will be out of the first trimester. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any ideas for different pregnancy videos I can make, maybe one about names. I mean, we already pretty much have ours picked out, but maybe names we like but won't be using. I've seen those a couple times. I don't know. Let me know. And then I will see you guys in a couple weeks.